everyone. I am Carol. I got to remember I am not good at these new intros that we have to do to remain compliant. So I'm Carol, the owner and creator behind CarolJo's, where creativity and community come together. Hi, Ashley. We do a little bit of everything here. We have 2 tutorials a week, which is where we will show you, or I will show you how to make jewelry, but step by step. We also have 2 chats a week, and then we have several live events throughout the week. And this is where you can claim the items that we've used in the tutorials or find new treasures for your own collection. So today, hey Geraldine, today is a chat day. So that means we get to talk about, since it's the first one of the week, what our quote is for the week. I'm going to bring that up so that I can see it and say it. I know it was by Picasso. I can tell you that off the top of my head, but I don't know the rest of it word by word. So I thought I am going to read it rather than getting it wrong. So, whoops, I'm in the wrong thing. Let me go here. I was in the wrong app. We have so many apps that you can use for doing your small businesses. It is amazing. Today's one, and when I read it, I was like, holy wow, this is amazing. It's called Inspiration Exists, but it has to find you working. Thank you, Rose, for the heart me. I appreciate that. So when you think about it, we've talked a lot about that you can find inspiration in different things. And so we literally, this quote, I could not have when I talk about you have to start and then inspiration will usually hit and it'll just keep going. And Picasso, I think, said it better than I did. I mean, inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. So inspiration is out there for you all. And all you have to do is start creating in whatever it is you're doing. And then it just comes. I don't know how else to say it. You know, you have to figure it out. I will answer, I don't sing, sorry. Someone over on YouTube is asking, what's my favorite color? And my favorite color is sage green. I will share that. Hey, I forgot to let you guys know also, if we can get, which I know we're at over, but I don't see the number right now, the 10 shares. And if we get to 10,000 likes here on TikTok, we will do giveaways. So 54. Okay. I just keep seeing people pop up in the share area and I'm like, hi, Candy. It's not giving me the number. So I'm like, oh. So with it being a chat time, chat means we can talk about anything jewelry making related. It is also the time that if you are running a small business, you know, we are here about the jewelry making community. That's what we're here for. So if you're running a small business with making jewelry, we will answer questions about it. Okay, thanks, Nordic Luna. Our thing is that we want to stick around the jewelry content. So thanks, Rose, for all the gifts there. So I appreciate that. Sorry, I don't even have the backup account up so that I am back, everybody. Thank you, Candy, for the heart me. I am back. I feel a ton better. But our Ryan has now got it. he's got the congested nose. So yeah, so he's the one that's going to have to be on the mend now. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing for our tutorial tomorrow. Yeah, trust me, yesterday he was Mr. Grumpy Pants. That's all we can call him. It was funny because even Buttercup was like, what's up with him? I was like, I don't know. Hi, Murda. Okay, So what we've got up this week, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, we're going to have a tutorial. And this one is, I'm going to tell you, hold on. I'm going to give you guys the right names to everything, so that I'm not telling you the wrong. I know serene is the first word in it, but I can't remember what the rest of it I called it. So I'm bringing it up. All right. Serene drop earring tutorial. And this, nope, I didn't. I was just like, because at first we didn't figure it out. It wasn't until later in the day that we figured it out. He wasn't feeling good. We literally were both like, we're not talking to him. He's grumpy. All right, so this will be what our tutorial at 2 p.m. Central is. It is called Serene Drop. This is an 11 by 8 millimeter teardrop glass bead. We've got it on some, of all things, you guys can't tell this probably. Let me get it close up. I'll do it both on each one. It is black or gunmetal chain for that chain for that. So I'm mixing my metals because I put them on a silver ear wire. So we have different colors of these beads, and it's so funny because someone was talking about how do you get everything to lay right on this in a group that I was a part of a chat on. And I will tell you, you don't get to pick with these. If I take these off, my beads are going to move around. And that's part of having them on that chain, is that it's just a drop for them and they will move around and have movement. We have, for tomorrow's bead event, we will have up ready to go some different colors of these teardrops in this size. So I have probably about 10 to 15 different colors. We won't bring them all to the event. I'm going to do some tomorrow, and then, nope, they are not. This is a different size. Saturday's event was a different sizes. But we'll have those, and then I'm going to bring some of those also to Friday night's bead event. Hi, Teresa R. So, and what we had on Saturday night was 8 by 6 millimeters. And I decided, because when I was trying to get ready for the event, I was pulling things out of boxes, and I did find some more of the 8 by 6 in different colors. So we will be bringing those into those 6 by 8 millimeters. We will bring those into Friday night, at least one type thing. So we have a lot of different teardrops. We have 6 by 4, 6 by 8, 11 by 8, 12 by 8, and 15 by 11. Hi, Lulu. So we have lots of different sizes available, and they will be at the events. I wasn't supposed to say, we have them, what was it? Ready to go. We're really trying to make sure we're using the right words. So yeah, so that's what we have there. Hey, Cheryl. I'm just trying to see if we have others coming in here that I didn't say hi to. So we're going to be bringing those into the events slowly throughout the next few weeks. It's probably going to take us a lot. Hi, Diane, because of how many different colors and sizes we have available. Some of them are going to be the winter colors, and some are going to be the spring and summer, because we're in that crossover. Thank you for the heart me, Diane. Someone said a comment that was filtered. So if you want to reword it, if I didn't comment about your comment, then you want to reword it and try sending it through again. I am going to I'll make a video about the new shelving. I only have one of the two up. And what is on there is the pens. All I have 75, I think it is. When I have to put a couple more stickers on the in them, and once I do that, then I'm going to do that. Do you see? I didn't, Lulu. I was going to ask you about that. So let me um I love that, Teresa, because I'm like, "Ah!" And I do that because I'm like, darn it, I said the wrong thing. I only got one of them. So yeah, so that would be hi Joya. So yeah, so I was going to make a video of it. Oh, I want to see them. Can you please send again so I can see them? I really want you guys to see what my goal is with this shelving unit and where we're going. So on the first one, I have on there the tools and all of the beatable pens. And then I have space on there for a few more items. And then my second one, we have to have Ryan help me put that one together. Trust me, these are not a one person puts them together. And the way Ryan was cussing on Friday while we were doing it, I'm like, oh dear Lord, can I buy more? And I don't know if he's gonna like the answer to do that or not. But I think once he understands where I'm going with it, he'll understand why I want them. I got two of them. I got one of them up, and I want to do a video of what it looks like when they're up. And then we got to put the second one up. The second one is going to house all the Gorgonia beads for sure. We're going to get those all on the shelves. I actually have everything almost ready for more Gorgonias, everybody. He would be like, over that. He, his nickname, our last name starts with the word Buck in it. Oh no, no, we wouldn't do that. You guys don't need to hear all of that. And so his nickname is the word that rhymes with it that begins with the F word and Buck. So there you go. I don't usually swear like he does. No, what it is this the bead shed, she shed. I'll give you guys an update on where we're at on that. So what it is that we have a neighbor who has the garage that we're going to move over to make into my she shed, which will be a bead shed, she shed. So they are utilizing that in all winter long. So in the spring, they're moving it over here. So then once it gets moved here, then we got to do the inside. You know, there's electrical, there's insulation, there is the walls need to go up and that type of thing. So it's not going to be like right after we get it, it's going to be done immediately. It's just going to be as we can get all the work done. We've already talked about, we've got who will help us with the concrete flooring, who's going to help with that. You know, we have a couple of people that can help with the HVAC. We're going to put in this splitter thing. I have no idea. It's a thing that goes in the wall that does heat and air conditioning, because I don't need a big, huge AC unit or furnace unit. So Ryan's like, we'll just do a splitter and do that. And then we got to get the electrical, and we have a couple of friends that can help with that. So yeah, so you guys, I've never seen it, and it's not something that's used around here a lot, but we're going to put that in there. And then we have someone that will come in and spray foam it for us. So we'll get there. Hi, Miss Mia. Oh, I wanted the shelving in there because I needed it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like what you get in the hotels, and we'll run that from there, and we'll get it. So that's what I envisioned when he was describing it, but I'm like, he's like, it's in the wall but not down low. So I'm like, that part I don't get, but he's on it. I'm going to leave it to him, but we're getting shelving units that we will ultimately use in there. And so I've got 2 of them already. I'm like already wanting to order 2 more. So after his little cuss session on Friday, we'll see if we can get that exact same one, because I love the way it looks. When I take that video and show it to you guys, you'll understand why I liked it. And it goes to 6 foot. So like at the top is just the right height. I will tell you, we had a learning lesson with it because there are 13 shelves in there. 12 of them are supposed to hold the containers, and then the top shelf is supposed to be empty. But he started on the 3rd hole from the bottom doing all the screws up. And I said, next time let's start with the 2nd one from the bottom, because when we got towards the top, we ran out of room and we couldn't put my little shelves in there, so I had to put them on the top shelf. But where I'm going to put the bead mats for our tools fits in there with a little plastic container. So we're golden. We can use it all. It's just the tools are on the top, and I got to be careful getting those down. So, but otherwise, I am loving them. I love them, love them, love them. Yeah, I'm going to wait until, because if he has a congestion going on, and that's what he has. He doesn't have anything else besides congestion. He's not going to, you have to like bend over, stand up, because of putting all the shelves on. And each shelf has 4 nuts and bolts. I figured out what those exactly were called. I kept calling them screws, and he's like, they're nuts and bolts. So, and then the side brackets have nuts and bolts. So there's a lot of that going on. And in the process, the drill bit that we were using to use his drill to get the nuts and bolts together on the shelves, we lost it on the last one. We have no idea where it fell down in the carpet. So I'm like down there walking around gingerly, hoping I don't get a drill bit. So that was the fun of Friday afternoon. But we got one up. And so I filled it up yesterday. I just need to get some stickers on it, and then I was going to do a video once I get the stickers done. And then I'm going to move you guys down. Woohoo! We got to 10K, everybody. And guess what? We have a little bit more beads in the bead soup. So we're going to do bead soup. Okay, thanks, Paige. I appreciate it. I'm going to do a color. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right. All right, this color is a 2-word color. Both TikTok and YouTube, you both can guess at the same time here. So go ahead and do that. And then we've got it set up so that once it does it, we'll find out who the winner is, and then we'll show you the bead soup. If I didn't mix it, so you guys are going to hear me mix. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. You guys are going to, I'll show you why I was laughing here in just a moment. I'll give you a clue in just a minute. And then we'll go over the rest of the week, what we got going on. Because there's lots of fun things going on this week. I think anyways. All right. So the first color is a secondary color. The second word in this color is a primary color. So we have secondary and then primary. Oh, somebody got it. Yay, right at the end there. Nordic Luna guessed green, yellow. So that means we are 19 away from me telling you guys what this list means. And I have to write your name on the bag because I don't have baskets here. You have one of the copper beads here. And then you have a blue resin. We have some natural beads. And the reason why I was laughing, now we can't see it, but here in this one that we had over on Saturday, it has the large hole, and one of the natural beads is inside the hole. And that just makes me want to tell you that if you're using those large holes, you want to put something on the side that doesn't go inside the hole. That's all I'm like, I never gave you that little piece of advice, but you'd figure it out when it went in the hole. And then you have hematite. So you have lots of fun ones in there, Nordic Luna. So congratulations. Okay. There are some lava stone beads in here too. Yes. There are some. This one right here is a lava stone right there. So yep, in this bowl there are some. So, oh, here, let me grab this. If we get to 20K, we'll do another giveaway. So Wednesday, we're going to have a bring back event at 2 o'clock. And I went down and looked at some of the items, and I cannot remember all of them. I just remember there is another wood bead that will be making an appearance at that event. And then Wednesday night, we're going to have chat time at 8 here. And Thursday evening, I don't normally do it. I decided I'm going to, oh boy. So then they find some cool ones that they like, because that would be woohoo. So normally I do a silicone item during the daytime tutorial, and then I do a bead item in the evening one. This week, if you notice, tomorrow's tutorial, we're doing it with a bead during the day. And Thursday night, we're going to do a silicone bead tutorial. We're going to make Christmas tree ornaments. And, you know, I've seen the hooks, those metal hooks to put them on your Christmas tree. And I was like, I didn't order any, I didn't get any. I'm like, I didn't think that through, because I've been trying to make sure I think of things ahead of time, but that part I didn't think through. I saw on 2 different TikTok accounts a way that we can make them without those. And the way that these are made, I was like, hold it. My Christmas tree, I don't know how your guys' Christmas trees are. I don't have a theme Christmas tree per se. My Christmas tree is made up of items that the kids have made. And even though all 4 of our kids are adults, I still have and put their ornaments up on the tree. So I thought, I am going to make those types of ornaments. That's what we're going to work on Thursday night, and teach you guys how you can make Christmas ornaments. You can make them however you want to make, but it is in a way that if you want to include littles in doing an activity for Christmas, that you can do with them. So we're going to have that on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. I don't know how you guys feel about it or what your guys' tree themes are. Yep, I am. It was just like both of us, I think it was just a 24-hour thing. So we're better now. So that just makes me want to ask those of you in the can you put in the chat, do you have a new theme every year for your Christmas tree? Are you like me where you have your kids' ornaments? Even though my kids are adults now, I still have their ornaments. Or do you have a theme that you do for a few years? So Ashley and I are both on the kids theme one. And yep, growing up, we didn't have a theme for our tree. Like, I didn't know you themed trees until I became an adult. I know. I watched a hodgepodge theme. I love it. Okay, you guys are all like, okay, so what we're talking about would probably work for you guys then too. Because I was like, if they have a themed treat, well, maybe you can make them and bring them in. I don't know. But we just have this where we do things like that. And I just love having my kids is like, I have a picture that was made for one of my kids' ornaments when they were really young. And I love just bringing out those so that you can see them. Eclectic would be a better word instead of hush posh. I love it. And so that's literally what I wanted to do for Thursday night's tutorial. And I'm switching it because I thought it would be fun for us to do a silicone one at night because I don't do those very often. So I flipped them around this week. And then there is no daytime live on Thursday. I thought, you know what, like last week we had a couple of times off and I didn't know if I wanted to do them both at night. So I thought, let's do one during the day and see if I can make sure I'm caught up and good to go for the next week. See, I don't have mine from when I was a kid. I don't know what happened to them. After my mom passed, we went through her house and I literally have no idea what happened with the Christmas ornaments. I'm going to have to ask my sister if she has them. I think that would be awesome. I do have, I think there is a 49er one on our tree. I'm not sure because the kids will buy me stuff throughout the years and put them on there. So they're all gifts. And my husband has little car ones. So like his mom had cars ornaments and we still have like she gifted them back to him when he was an adult. So we put those on there too. Oh no. That would stink, Miss Geraldine. Yep. And so, yep, ours is all sentimental stuff. And that's the way to me, Christmas is about being sentimental. It's there is the religious reason behind it, which I 100% myself believe in. But it's a time for reflection on you. You know, that's what I think about birth and all of that. So that's why I love the sentimental trees. That I would love that. Our house would be a house divided tree. So I always wanted, um, so Val's grandparents, they put a tree in every room in the house. So like every bedroom has a little tree, and we're not talking like this. They're like thin, taller trees. They all have their own tree with a theme to it. There's each living room or family room has a tree. You know, every room has a tree in it. And I was like, oh, I love that idea. Yeah, my husband was like a big old no on that. I would love to have a football themed tree in our house. I don't think it's going to happen, but can I love that idea? Yeah, that you are so true, Ashley, with meaning that everybody's safe. So yes, so that would be through Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to have a daytime at 12 p.m., a silicone event. In that one, I am going to look to bring the 17 millimeters because I said I would bring those here shortly. I'm going to bring, nope, there is no room in here right now until we can get, well, hello, Val. Hi, Max. So Val is the child that Grandma's Duchess, that Duchess puts a tree in each room. I'm not fibbing when I say that, am I, Val? Yep. They leave theirs up a long time. So we have the eclectic trees. I love it. But we have silicone on Friday. We're going to have 17 millimeters. We're going to have some 15 millimeters. We will have, I'm going to see if I can get at least one or two. Yes, she has. Yep. But she would have one in every single room. And she even made it so that she got stuff for both the kids and both of my kids would have trees in their bedrooms too. So she was a very, very special lady that thinks of everybody. And so, yep. we had matching ornaments to the decor in Val's room when they were a child. They probably don't remember it because that was before, like from like 3 to 6, 3 to 5, in that era. I don't know if you remember or not, because my kids don't remember anything before like ever. See, do not. So I had decorated their room sports theme, and they had sports themed bedding, curtains. We even did their knobs on the dressers. We switched them out to sports themed. And so we had a sports themed Christmas tree in there. So yeah. But none of my kids remember things from when they're little. And then Buttercup, no way. She doesn't remember yesterday usually. You're just like, seriously? I remember when I was 3. I can tell you things from when I was 3. But so we're going to have that silicone event on Friday. And then Friday night, we're going to have a bead event where we're going to be bringing in the 11 by 8, some more of those that we don't have from Tuesday night's event. And then I will have yep. Well, you got the Minnesota Viking bed sheets after that. Yep, and I remember the earliest memory I have, I know I was 3 years old in it because my mom and dad had a semi, and they went all over, and sometimes we would go with them. And I remember some of the trips in the semi, and we stopped that before I was 4. It's because we moved to Sioux Falls when I was 4. So that's why I say I know I have memories from when I was 3. But my memory size are not probably all right, because all I remember is that when we went to a truck stop, one of my memories, we went to a truck stop and they had the gigantic suckers, like the circle ones that has the ribbon, like ribboned candy in a big circle that goes around and around and around. They're big. At least in my head, they were big. And we asked Mom at supper if we could have one, and she said no. So then we go to the same truck stop, because we stayed there that night, and we went there for breakfast, and we asked Dad, and he said yes. And Mom was mad. See, yeah. So, yeah, you get it. We have memories of 3, so I'm not the only one. Thank you. Everybody's like, you can remember that? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And in my mind, the sucker was like this big. It was probably only this big, but in my mind, it's this big. And then on Saturday, I decided let's do a silicone event at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So we're going to do one Saturday morning. I'm going to bring our focals that I have. I have gone through all of the new ones except for I have some new Easter focals. And I probably won't bring those unless you guys ask me to, because we're not to Easter time frame yet. I bought them ahead of time so that I would have them when we get to Easter. I haven't found a whole lot of Valentine focals, but we do have some Valentine print beads. And I will probably be doing those at the end of November, beginning of December, for when you guys need to start thinking about that. If you guys need pens, hopefully by next week, those will be live on the website so you can purchase them directly from the website. So we've got the tools out there already, and we're looking at the pens will be out there. And I am hoping, like, that'll be the end of next week. I'm hoping this week we can get Gargonias up there. So if you guys wanted to purchase those, you sure can. So, because we went through them all, and it would be, if you wanted to bring, instead of bringing them to a bring back, you could, oh shoot, I've been saying the word I'm not supposed to say. Yep, the place where those things live. I said it like 3 times in a row, darn it. I gotta get my wording better on that one. But those will be out there. I have more Gorgonias, everybody. Those I need to package this week, and that's part of why I don't have a live on Thursday, is that I want to package the Gorgonias up and get them out there on the place where things shall live. I love that saying. Now, is everybody going to understand what we mean next week when I say that? I don't know. So yes, so that's some of the things that we're working on and what we're getting done. So, what are you guys working on? I want to know. And guess what we have here today? Because we need to get it done. 15 millimeter. So I'm going to like put 5 in a bag while we're chit-chatting here. But I want to know, what are you guys working on? Ashley's wire wrapping. Oh, can I show them, Ashley? Are you okay with me showing? Woohoo! Okay. You made pens, Mia? Awesome. Okay, hold on. I'm going to grab something from Ashley. Because we all know I cannot wire wrap. Look at it. And it is blue goldstone. So it's got the sparkle. I'm going to bring that up really close so you guys can see. See that sparkle? I have 2 ring lights on, so that's why we're getting 2 circles on there. So yes. And I'm like, yesterday after I got done with what I was wearing and I took it off and I'm like, oh, I should have worn this yesterday. It is. I love it. I love it. I cannot wire wrap. All right. I got to see what people are commenting while I walked away for a second. Well, hello, Miss Ducky. No way, Nordic Luna. You're going to have to take a picture of that so we can see. Woo! Okay, now that the pickles. You were just busy there, Cece. I'm just grateful that someone is learning how to do it, and I wish I could. I think my thing is that I can't see. I've been watching a lot of people do it, and for me to make jewelry is a very visual. Like, if you guys notice, I lay out what I'm doing. Even if it's not like in a tray or anything, I always lay it out. You guys have seen me when we do tutorials. I'm very visual, and I can't see from a piece of wire how it's going to turn out into wire wrapping like I can the beads. And I think that is what my problem is and why I can't wire wrap as well, is because I can't visually see it. I know that sounds like a weird way to do it, but I have like thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, because everybody's like, yeah, you can. And I'm like, something's holding me back. And I'm like, I think it's that. So I need to figure out how I can visually see things in it and get it to work. I was going to say, this weekend, I didn't hardly do anything. I think that's what I need to do. And I've never drawn anything out for anything. I literally just take beads and set them out. I've never drawn anything. And I've always watched the, what is that Heidi Klum? Project One Ray. And I've seen all of them, do the drawings of the dresses or whatever clothes that they're making for the show. And I'm like, how do you draw it out? And whoops. Okay. That was funny. He got caught in my tablecloth. It never went to the floor. Okay, so that must be... Okay, bye. I love you, Val. Everybody's gonna be like, do you just randomly tell people you love them? No, that's my kid. Thank you. There we go. We're going to get some of these in the bags. I have no idea. I have, let's see how many total black I have, everybody. Some of them are stickier in the colors, and I don't know why. And I've noticed it's just different colors. Okay, this one has 500. I have 500 in that bag. And in this bag, I have 750. So guess what? We're going to have a lot of black available. And I'm going to do 20 packs and 50 packs. Okay, okay, you're giving me some thoughts now. I think being the gentle with it would be something that would be. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Ducky. That's my is the new way of, yes, it is really, really working, Paige. It is really working. So you guys need to let me know what you guys think. I'll explain about that, but I'm going to explain to Ducky. This is literally my own beads. These are what I had before I started and what I've added to it while I've done what I've done here with our bead events. So like I have it divided by color. So we have this over here is the first row, and in this one I have oranges, yellows, and greens. And then they're separated out by the color and then by what type of bead it is. This is the second one, and it has browns, part of the browns, just part of the browns are in this row, blue and blue. So it's brown and blue only in this one. And then over here, and that's in the white tray. Then over here we have the finishing up with the browns, the blacks, and purple. And one that you can't see, that one has pink, white, and red, and then metal beads. And then, yep, feeling better, and so is little Miss Buttercup. We are both on the mend. And then there's plastic containers here. These all on this row contain kids' beads that you would make for kids' jewelry. And then here I have plastic containers that have packaging stuff, or bags, you know, that type of thing. And then over here, these containers contain jewelry that I've made. And then on the other one, I have the plastic containers, and those are for different things. Like I have little seed beads in some. Some I had thought out for different projects, and I put them in there. Did I finish the projects? Nope, but they're all there. So yeah, that's what I have. So yep. So that's my beads. And that's how, but having this background, doing the bead events wasn't something that I had planned on doing. How it all started was someone saw all my trays and they're like, would you, it took me 2.5 years to organize it. So it's not something to happen overnight, I will tell you. Because the trays cost money, and I couldn't be like, yeah, let me do that all at once. Yeah, no. 2.5 years of getting it done. But I love it. I don't want to change it. It took me multiple tries to get to this, and this is the end result that I love. But someone saw all this behind me and said, would you, the S word, some of your beads? And I was like, not my personal ones, but I have some that I don't have in here that I don't want. And yep, that started it. That's how it all started. Wasn't what I was envisioning, but you know what? I don't think I want to change it. I love what I'm doing now, and I seriously don't want to change it. Then we went, I'm going back. Paige asked about the scanning. We're at 20K. Woohoo! So my personal one, I have this unit behind me. It's 8 foot tall, 8 foot wide, completely full. And then I have a 4 shelf unit that one shelf has beads on it. The rest has the packaging supplies and any claims are over on that, the rest of that. So and then I have a little bit in the closet that's behind, in front of me, but it'll be behind what you guys can't see. That's my own. Now for here, we're packaging black 15 millimeter silicones. I'm going to put a color here while we're talking. And I'm going to do this color. I'm going to do another 2-word color. I think I already did this one, but I didn't have it crossed off. So we'll do it again. The invoicing or the scanning, let's say the scanning, because I can't say the I word. Scanning in not keeping it in order, you know, and just scanning what is in baskets and then scanning to put it in your packages. The other day last Sunday, I had 57 baskets. And in the past, when I had the 60 and didn't do it that way, it took me over a day and a half. And I mean, we're talking like I got up, we worked on it all day, and it was 13, I think, if I remember correctly. And I may be wrong on my times, but like 13 hours one day and like 6 hours the other day. I mean, we're talking, I was thinking it was like 20 hours of work to do that. And I got 57 done, plus all the shipping as you guys paid. And I did the shipping right away in like 8 hours. Or it might have been 11 hours, 10. That might have been 10 hours. So I think it cut it in half. I'm trying to remember hours, but that was like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, oh my Lord. Okay, this one is, think, nighttime sky. Nighttime sky. Maybe that'll help you. And so it really, I think, there we go. We got 2 people that got it right. 3. Let's go ahead and see here. I forgot to grab my stuff. So we'll do that. Oh, you guys are getting this one. Linda, you were first. Ducky, then created by Brandy, Geraldine, Nordic Luna, Rocky's Creation, and Paige. You all guessed Midnight Blue, but Linda was first, so she will get the bead soup. So, yay! Okay. So here it is. So congratulations, Linda. I'm going to scoop you up because I was talking and I didn't scoop. Ooh, I love that bead. All right, here we go. You have one of the faceted hearts. And then you have all those in there. There's lots of different ones. There is a lava stone right there. So we have some naturals in there. On this side, we have the acrylic bead. We have some of the metal beads that have the large holes. You got just a lot. Ooh, there's a cat's eye right there. And there's a metal. So that is what, Linda, you are going to get. So congratulations. 18 left till we can figure out what this list is about. And when I tell you guys, you're going to be like, really? So, yay. You're welcome. So, New paint colors. Oh, that would be funny. I love that guess. Well, and okay, so this is really funny because I couldn't figure this out for the longest time. So remember how I said where my she shed is coming from is from a neighbor with their outbuildings because they're redoing. They bought the acreage and they're redoing everything. So that's where it's actually going to be a garage that I'm going to create into my she shed for my beads. Because I am taking up this room and 2 other rooms in our house. Hi, Kelly. And so I want to just have it all in one room and not have to like run up and down steps and all that kind of stuff. And so, that is a great guess, Geraldine. And so we're gonna get it all in one room is the goal. But there is another outbuilding that that my husband said he would take along with this. And I was like, okay, what are we going to put in that outbuilding? Well, he has decided that Buttercup gets to get cats, but he doesn't believe in having animals in the house. He grew up that you just don't have animals in the house, they're outside. But Buttercup doesn't want kittens that are going to be outside that could just wander away or they'll die. They don't have a home. So he is bringing over this other outbuilding. It is, I can't remember what they called it, what kind of outbuilding it is. But he's making that for her cats. And she said it needs heating and air conditioning so that I can stand up in there. I can stand up, I can play with them, and then I can be out there at all times of the year so that they can have heating and air conditioning. So that is how he caved to an animal, is it won't be in the house, but it has its own residence. I'm like, oh my Lord. So right now we have been, and then she talked about it. This is what they talked about when they were in the grain cart last month. That you can't have just one in there because it's going to be really lonely. So we need 2. So they have the plans of what they're going to do with it. She's actually went and gotten paint chips to decide what colors you're going to paint it on the inside. The outside will be the metal color that we have everything else in metal. But it just cracks me up. Yep. So we're going to get 2. Yep, she's getting a kitty shed. She's calling it the Kitty Mansion. And the Opa, she's got Opa wrapped around her finger, let me tell you. So she's going to get her kitty mansion and I get my bee shed. I think it's just hilarious. We'll see how long it takes for all of it to get done, but yep. So that's what we've got. And she's been thinking of the names. She's got colors kind of picked out for the inside. And then, because you have to have a focal wall color, and then you have to have the other 3 be a different color, and the trim be a different color. So she's got to think about all of that. And then the names of the kittens. So I thought peanut butter and jelly would be a good name for them, so that when you were calling them, you could go peanut butter and jelly time. Yeah, she didn't like that. She doesn't like it. So my names are out. So she's thinking right now pumpkin and squash. And then we talked about Fluff and what was the other one's name? Fluff and I can't remember the other one's name. Fluff and something else. Yeah, I envision that would happen because everything for her is first. Splat. No, it was something that, so you could go Fluff Nugget, and it wasn't Fluff Nugget and Chicken Nugget. It was something else. So I'm like, okay. But I named all of my sisters. My sister has a lot of chickens. Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, I love that. Um, her she named all the white chickens ranch, and she named all the brown chickens chicken nugget. So it was chicken nugget and ranch. Fish and chips. I'll have to tell her that one. So yeah, I'm like Romeo and Brutus. Oh, oh, jeez, marshmallow fluff. Oh, no. So it was Fluff Nugget and something Nugget. So that you could say both their names and then add Nugget. I like Bella. So yeah, so we've been having naming days. Like we have to sit down and we have to talk about the names. She's very, very serious about this. I'm like, we're not getting them until next spring. And she's like, but we have to have the names picked out. I'm thinking, oh, honey, what if you look at them and you decide that's not the name it should be and you're going to name it something else? We'll just have to see if that happens. She cracks me up. Hey, while I've been on here, I think I've got almost all of them that I was going to make into 5-packs, made into 5-packs. Woohoo! I have no idea how many we have here. Let's move that one there. I have some other colors that I need to work on too. So we have a red and a green and a purple. I also have those. Bunny girl. See, my cat growing up was called Tomcat because he was a boy cat. And then everybody around us, my dad's name is Tom. And then he had friends named Tom and stuff. So then he was just shortened to TC. And even as an adult, he went straight to TC. It was funny. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I was going to make 40, so I just need 4 more. Woohoo! See, we used to have Kiki and Missy. Kiki was the mom. Then Kiki passed away, and then we had Missy. And I don't know where Missy came from for a name, but that was the name that we named one of our cats that we had here at the farm. There we go. There's 2. I just need 2 more. And then we'll get to 45 packs. I'll probably make more than that because I don't know how many. I got to figure out how many 50 packs should I make and how many 20 packs. So if with the black, everybody, can you help me out? I love Georgie as a name. Yep, ours was Tomcat, Missy, and then Kiki. And I don't even know where Kiki came from. Or maybe it was Tiki. It might have been Tiki. She passed away like 2 months after I moved here. So my question, do you guys want 50 packs or 20 packs of the black 15 millimeter? So I know, like, do I need to make more 50 or do I need to make more 20? Can you guys help me out with that? Ashley's saying 50. And 20 pack is a 4 value. A 50 pack is a 10 value. Oh, 10 packs? I can make 10 packs. You guys are looking at the 50s. Okay, that helps me out. And I can look at 10 packs too. Probably the only ones I would do 10 packs are the white and the black. But I can do that. That would be a 2 value. I can remember value better than I can what I said earlier when I shouldn't have. We'll get there. All right. Well, I'm going to hop off. There is, just to let y'all know, if you guys noticed in the schedule, we do have a Thursday night live. it is my in-laws anniversary celebration, and so we are going out to supper as a family tonight, like the whole family. So I switched up Monday and Thursday because tonight is family night. Yep. So that I got a notification that there are more changes coming, and I'm like, oh my Lord. I don't know what they are, but we'll see what they are. So that is why there is no evening live tonight, is that we are doing family night tonight. Thursday night we will have a live, and that is where we're going to make the Christmas tree ornaments with silicone beads. And I'm excited for that one because we can do it with littles. And if we could have littles on, I would have little Miss Buttercup join us, but maybe we can have her on there. All right. Yep, I would think, yep. Linda, you're cracking me up. I love it. All right, everybody. You guys all have a great afternoon. Have a great evening. I will be back 2 o'clock tomorrow where we are going, thank you, Linda. We are going to make these earrings. They're Serene, why did I forget? Serene Dangle earring tutorial. So we're going to make these tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody. I know, they're cool, I think. So we'll see ya.